All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a pretty revolutionary idea today, something that could totally change how we get kids fired up about science and technology. It's a philosophy that says, hey, let's focus on identity and inspiration before we get to all the technical stuff. Seriously, just think about that for a second. We're trying to prepare kids for a future where some of the most important jobs, well, they haven't even been invented yet. So how in the world do you spark a passion for a career that a kid can't even picture? That's the huge challenge we're looking at. So first things first, let's really frame this problem. We're living in a world where the job market is changing at lightning speed, and our old ways of teaching just might not be able to keep up. I mean, this isn't exactly breaking news, right? STEM is everywhere. It's in the phone in your pocket, the cars we drive, the medicine that keeps us healthy. So we obviously need a whole new generation of creators and problem solvers. But the way we've been introducing them to these fields, well, it might be time for an upgrade. And just think about how many crucial careers are basically invisible to kids. An AI engineer? A toxicologist? I mean, this A to Z STEM careers blueprint points out 26 of them. If a kid has never even heard of a job, how could they possibly dream of doing it one day? And this brings us to the big idea, the solution that the folks at NexGen Learning are putting forward. It's this incredibly powerful philosophy they call Mirrors Before Microscopes. So, what does that actually mean? It's really simple, but so smart. It means before you put a microscope in a kid's hands and say, look at these cells, you first give them a mirror. And that mirror comes in the form of stories, heroes, and role models that actually reflect their own lives, their culture, their dreams. And here's the playbook. It's a super simple but really effective 3-step process. First, you start with stories that resonate with them. Second, that story builds this powerful sense of belonging, that feeling of, hey, people who look like me do this. And only then, once that foundation is solid, do you jump into the science. Because now, it's not just some abstract subject, it's personal. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This whole thing isn't just about whether a kid is good at science. It's about building this core belief that STEM is a world where they actually belong. And that belief, that's the real fuel for curiosity. Okay, theory is great, but what does this actually look like out in the wild? How do you create these mirrors for kids? Well, one of the best ways, hands down, is through a good story. Let's take a look at this kid's book, Sadie Soars into Space. It's a perfect case study of this Mirrors Before Microscopes idea in action. Notice, it's not a textbook, it's an adventure. So what's the secret sauce here? What makes a book like this so effective? Well, you've got this fun, rhyming story, not some dry lecture. You've got real science facts woven in seamlessly. You have amazing illustrations that pull you in, and maybe most importantly, it was written by a real-life NASA science communicator. It just makes the dream feel so much more real. Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? Stories are an amazing starting point for sure, but the journey can't stop there. How do you take that first spark of inspiration and turn it into actual, tangible skills? And this is where things get really exciting. This is where we see the whole philosophy jump off the page and into the real world, bridging that gap between just imagining something and actually creating it. Check out this awesome real-world example. NexGen Learning puts on a workshop for 6th graders where they get to build their own wireless Bluetooth speaker. This takes all that inspiration from the mirror phase and puts tools right into their hands. And just look at what they walk away with. They're not just sitting and listening, they're doing. They're learning about electronics, sound, circuits. But honestly, that last point on the slide, that's the game changer. They gain the confidence to create. They leave knowing, hey, I can build stuff. And what's cool is how flexible this approach is. It's not just workshops, it's also things like career spotlights. Getting to hear the personal story of someone like Jacques Smith, an aerospace engineer, gives kids another kind of mirror, a real person who can show them the path they took. All right, so let's zoom out and pull this all together. What is the fundamental shift we're talking about here? What's the real impact of putting inspiration first? This chart just lays it out so clearly. The old way often throws kids into the deep end with complex, technical stuff that can feel really abstract and, frankly, a little intimidating. But the Mirrors First way, it starts with a personal connection. It changes the conversation from just what science is to who can be a scientist and why it matters. That's a huge difference. And really, that's what this is all about. When you start with that mirror, you make learning personal. When it's personal, it becomes incredibly powerful. And when it's powerful, that inspiration, those lessons, they last a lifetime. So we'll leave you with this to think about. This approach gives us a new blueprint. It suggests that maybe the secret isn't just teaching more science, but first showing every single kid that they have a place in its future. The real question is, how are we all going to help build on that?